안녕하십니까. 디렉신의 사업개발 맡고 있는 조영훈입니다. 저희 디렉신의 사업개발을 맡고 계신 분 여러분 계시는데 저는 이버징 컨트리 위주로 일을 해왔고 실적이 그렇게 난 걸 가지고서 오늘 좀 소개해드리는 얘기를 하려고 합니다. 근데 이버징 얘기만 하면서 글로벌에 나가면 또 다른 얘기가 아니겠나 싶은데 실은 이걸 통해서 저희가 다음 단계를 준비하는 과정에서 좋은 얘기라고 생각이 들고요. 실은 한 달 조금 전에 바이오의약 때 연사로 제가 나서서 똑같은 얘기를 했었습니다. 그래서 오늘은 좀 다른 얘기를 하려고 당시에는 저희 플랫폼 두 개 중에서 DNA 백신 위주로 얘기했는데 오늘은 단백질 쪽의 하이식 플랫폼 위주로 얘기할 겁니다. 그리고 두 장 정도 겹치는데 그 장에 대해서는 시기 가까우니까 좀 익숙해 주시기 바랍니다. 발표 영어로 하겠습니다. So my name is Young Cho, works for Direction as a BD manager and as a director in charge of the global development of this drug. So first of all, I would like to mention about before the starting of the presentation. Generation is very important to notify this issue because the information today is based on my personal feeling, also knowledge, and also the experience, even that the company have not shared so far yet. So this is why the presentation today is not the material to prepare for your future investment, also licensing deal with any party. So please disregard any kind of photo, may not be using as a reference. If you want to use this material, please send me as an email that I will reply to you as much as possible. So try to talking about generation review a bit, and also talking about high-edge technology and so product, particularly how we developed this drug to global licensing next step. And then thirdly, I'd like to talking about today's topic is how to licensing quite famous company Fosun Pharma, how we're approaching to this company and also success deal. And as you know, Genexion's based on POSTEC, which was based on 17 years ago. Exactly today is the 70th anniversary of Genexion. Actually, I cannot participate our anniversary ceremony because I am here. And then I was employee number 100, and now we have 130. And then I believe one of my BD expert friend, Mr. Gary Ryan, he works at a company. He used to be 100 number of employee of certain very famous company, and then that the company was Genentech. So this is why name of to Genentech and Genexin very close. I believe Genexin also can be very famous company in the future later. So our employees are 130, but mostly about the researcher, and also market cap is up to 1 billion US dollar now. And the Genexin is actually very focused on the immunology. The founding group, especially Dr. Young-Chul Sung, also immunology professor of the POSTEC. This is why inhibiting and also bypassing any kind of immune reaction, we have to develop the high-efficacy platform technology. Also boosting the immune reaction, we also developed DNA vaccine technology, which apply for the innovative DNA vaccine in the future, and also we are going on. So currently, we have many kinds of protein development based on this open. Actually, this part is mostly focusing on the high-efficacy platform. And then right side, we are focusing on cancer immunotherapy. And then many of them is going to be the cancer drug candidate in the future. We believe we will see US IND and the USTA on the name of Generation many oncology will be developed very soon. Surprisingly, Generation currently have number 6 phase 2 program in the world. 4 of them is overseas program now. So this is why we spend a lot of money. This is why we got funded yesterday. And then we have a pretty good alliance and partnership over the world. And then particularly I would like to mention that three big China companies, which is Xinjiang, Tisli, and also Fosun, which I'm going to introduce today, and also a very famous Korean pharma company, including Yuhan, and the Green Cross, and Handok. Handok is a major share company of Genexine at the moment. So I have several pages introducing Genexine on the part of this presentation, then going to deeply hand over to Hayes technology later. So we have mainly the two products is focusing on to open and also the innovative part. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. We have open disease focus in the GSH9, which is developing now EU and also many countries over the world. And then we have innovative medicine focusing on to innovative DNA vaccine therapy, which is developing now in Korea, also Europe as well. So this is why we have 4 clinical trials overseas in Korea and EU at the moment. There's some program will be going to in the US as well. And also including GXI7, which applied for Korean IND recently, and last month, and actually early this month, we got approval of KFDA IND about this product as well. So this is why not only BioBeta drug, Genexine is pretty much of the innovative medicine will be based on the immunology at the moment. And then before that, we used to having any kind of the BioBeta program, including GXE2, which is we are going to introduce today about the licensing deal. And then GXG3, we have been licensing with our Turkish company and several other BioBeta as well. So now I'm going to do talking about high-end technology a bit. And then we have many kind of the technology we apply for today. So I'm going to introduce this one as a video.
Designed long-acting technologies of the past, Genexine discovered and researched natural form of FC protein without mutation to maximize safety. Hybrid FC can be applied to a broad range of drug moieties, such as human growth hormone and EPO, and increases drug efficacy by conjugating double APIs. Hybrid FC was designed to utilize the characteristics of antibodies, which is maintained up to 1 month in our body. Antibodies utilize blood cells as storage rooms to get released slowly throughout the time. This enables to keep the drug longer in our body. However, antibodies have 2 mechanisms, ADCC and CDC, where they are designed to kill cells infected by virus. Genexine has structurally eliminated these 2 cytotoxicities to safely maintain drug efficacy. Among the various isotypes of antibodies, Genexine hybridized the non-cytotoxic parts of IgD and IgG4 without mutation to maximize the advantages of antibody while minimizing the shortcomings. Overall, Hybrid FC has 5 unique advantages. First, it can be applied to broad drug substances and maximize efficacy by conjugating 2 APIs. Second, Hybrid FC enables higher bioactivity with less hindrance by using flexible hinge of IgD. Third, immunogenic risks are minimized as non-cytotoxic parts of IgD and IgG4 have been hybridized. Fourth, Hybrid FC can be developed into weekly to even monthly long-acting profile while maximizing safety as natural form.
This is about the video about showing to how by passing to ADCC, also CDC. Actually, the Dr. Shin's presentation today, some anti-cancer drug deliberately developed to enhance ADCC, but our drug is bypassing ADCC as much as possible to reduce any kind of immune reaction. So today's presentation, as I mentioned, that we have 3 kind of block, which is the drug part, also IgD part, also immunoglobulin G part. Now our patent is conjugation part of this one, conjugation IgD4, we are using apply this part as extremely hydrophobically designed, and also other immune reaction cannot be initiated by any kind of human immune system because we are bypassed this one by a patent technology. So simply, this mechanism action is based on the hyperglycosylation, and then the many other drugs, including RNS, and also long-acting technology is based on hyperglycosylation. So this is why our drug having a very increased molecular weight here and extend the half-life in our body, and that's based on our natural mechanism of the long-acting. However, it cannot be long enough to compete with RNS or its biosimilar. This is why we have applied to FcRn technology too here. So when we conducted FcRn mechanism action, applied this drug, basically this drug can exist in our PK profile for a moment and then disappear and then reappear as you showed the video, and then pharmacodynamically it will work once again when this drug reappear in our bloodstream. So based on that, we have many kind of the advantage can achieve for two drug development. Then we can meet unmet needs of the market in terms of ESA. So unmet needs of ESA can be, it's listed like this one. First of all, the market require the drug longer than a week. Otherwise, generation cannot survive to compete with RNS and its biosimilar. And also, problem is even with longer than 2 weeks, there's still Misera can reach up to 1 month or 2 weeks delivery. So this is why it's very competing. But we have the possible advantage to Genexine because we have not used any kind of pegylated technology on this drug long-acting. Reason is, in the case of pegylated long-acting, many drug developers fail to do their safety profile pivotal study, especially in phase 3 study. So Roche group successfully achieved Misera NDA, but I suspect other biosimilar developer of the Misera is quite difficult to reaching their goal. So this is why if he reaching out to this kind of FcRn dependent long-acting technology up to 2 weeks, even a month, we believe Genexine can be successfully apply this drug to the EPO. So based on that, we have the very long duration profile in our bloodstream. So our drug fluctuation level is decreased. By decreasing fluctuation level of the hemoglobin, then eventually it can also decrease adverse effect in any kind of ESA development. So I'm not introduce more, but we actually partnered with Galbe Group, which is located in Indonesia, the biggest ASEAN pharma company in the world. And then we have going to the plan to develop the drug, particularly manufactured in their country, and also our cost of goods manufacturing will be extremely low. So our drug GSE2, which will be quite well developed in terms of commercially developed. So this is just the graph that can show that. So if you compare to EPO high FC, which is GXE2, and then RNS or NASP, just we are not too high as like volume of the AUC of RNS, but in terms of PD profile, our drug will appear once again in our bloodstream, and then this drug work well, and also less fluctuation level of the hemoglobin in the long way. So we have achieved to phase 1 study already, and then phase 2 study ongoing in Korea. And then since we have partnered with Galbe Group, we licensed out to Taiwan, Australia, New Zealand, and many other countries in ASEAN region and Australia. This is why our next study of the clinical study will include Taiwan, also possibly Australia and other many good and also important clinical sites in other world. And eventually we are aiming the other country located in EU, also US, licensing out, maybe proceeded in our long way. So, but I'm going to introduce today only about licensing out about China. So many people will start to worry about, I don't know, I have no idea about China, and even I cannot speak Chinese language like that. This is my Humik commercial center, partnering booths. I took this picture 3 years ago. The very long way home, and then I feel always like the battlefield. And then also, I like this quote. General Eisenhower said, in the preparing of the battle, it is always better to have no plan, even plan will be changing. So we have plan. First of all, generation, considering 1 million market, somebody may say we are getting bigger, but I believe we are still startup. And also we may be licensing out startup to startup, but also we are going to consider startup to established company. In Korea, maybe established company can be Yuhan or Green Cross other company. In China, Fosun, Tesla other company can be a target. And then eventually we want to target the global big pharma, but next two step we will do. So this is slide actually I have applied to BioKorea exactly, but this diagram was I took a picture from the book very famous with Martin Austin's BD, and the portfolio, profile, searching, evaluation, terms, negotiation, contract alliance. I exactly follow this sequence from the beginning. Somebody may say, how do I meet to Fosun? I met this company 2014 Bio at the partnering meeting. Before that, I have no connection with them. But before 2014 Bio, I have several experience to be declined from Fosun our meeting request, and then thinking about how we operate it and also how can make them approve our meeting request first. So based on to the other deal, based on to JB, the Simcere and other Chinese deal, it was very helped from the deal because the deal case in China is very persuasive to them. So they approved the meeting, and then at the meeting of the 20 minutes of introduction, in some way, we are very lucky anyway, they were attracted from us. So this is why we have second stage meeting, particularly our high-end technology was very popular in their review, and then going forward we step very easily. But there are some very difficulty in that moment. First of all, we need to be consideration whether we have to go for China only deal or just a global deal. Secondly, whether our dossier may be possible to China application without serious further study. And also in terms of the due diligence, their due diligence was very, very tough. Even many people may having a prejudice, China due diligence will be relatively easier. However, their CMC level and the requirement then is going to be commercial level of the manufacturer. So this is why their due diligence level is actually, I feel, it was even more difficult than other company in the world, in Western world. In terms of the financing and structure, we need to pursue them because of EPO first generation in China is extremely cheap. And then we have to mention about many other companies in China developing second generation of the long-acting, and then they need to be ready for future competition, not by current competition. And also their psychology and tactic of the negotiation was very, very different from the other country in the Western world too. Somebody may say, I have no person to be prepare that kind of process in our company. But I don't think so. The people first time to meet is a BD person only. Until due diligence, people were having enough time to prepare certain kind of the step here. And then 2 days ago, I participated at a symposium. Actually, section speaker said they're having a certain principle of internalization is very important policy of the company. I strongly agree that internalization of the resource and then organic growth of the company's capability is very important. So as time goes on, as repeating our goal, including CEO, BD, and financing, everybody doing very, very hard work to be their own role to complete this deal. So we have achieved this goal. And then this is current CEO of Dr. Michael Kyung. And then this is the CEO of Chemo Wanbang company. And this Mr. William Wu is used to COO of the Fosun Pharma. Now he is the CEO of Fosun Pharma now. He promoted. And the other people, including other generation experts, has been successfully achieved the goal eventually. And then BioWorld today is not the journal about Asia. This is BD journal, the Bioinformation journal about worldwide. And Generation has a second chance of hitting of this BioWorld today in the front page. So they released our success in last February. So currently we have many kind of this partnership at the moment. And what we learned this deal is, if I have not expecting future competition, also future deal size of our drug, our deal size was maybe very small. So this is why we need to reposition also emphasizing our value as a bigger, and also we emphasize our role in a co-development. And then in Korean people, including myself, we have the culture of pali-pali. And then Chinese negotiator will use our culture. So we need to be very, very steady, otherwise our money will be very small. They're using really that. So focusing on our needs, then not by our capability. In Korean word, you can say, 우리가 할 수 있는 걸 한다가 아니라 시장이 하라고 하는 걸 해야 한다. I have to say it like this one. So we have to do something, but not by we can do. We have to do something that the market requires of us. And also, pooling is very, very important. In fact, Chemo Wanbang, the company, used to having their very preliminary program of developing long-acting EPO. But we have introduced our drug to them to build their in-house program to replace our program for their future platform. And then front line need to be very important also. And then I cannot say exactly, but we used to maintain BETSNA even later stage of the deal. So best alternative to a negotiation agreement. There are some other company consider two other deal, and also we have many kind of deal structure having, including Fosun and other company, we still having a cut in the final stage. So this is what we success at the moment. But if I take more, I would like to give you this message as a taking home message. So everybody, BD people will say emphasizing this role. So Roman politician said, Cicero said, if you wish to persuade me, you must think my thought, feel my feeling, and speak my word. It is simple word, but very difficult to keep it. But particularly when any kind of innovation or negotiation, this is the principle we have to apply. And repeatedly, we have to talking about even print out on our desk, and then BD manager and also decision maker should remind every day. Thank you.